The message came at 11:47 p.m., a time when the world is silent and the future feels close enough to touch. You deserve better. Ask her about Vegas. The sender's name glowed on my phone screen. My fiancé's brother. For a moment, my mind refused to process it. My heart, however, already knew. I sat there in the half-dark of our suite, the glow of the city bleeding through the curtains, and felt something inside me splinter. Vegas. That single word pulled apart every memory we'd built. Our laughter, our plans, our whispered promises. When she returned from the final round of pre-wedding chaos, I asked. One word. Vegas. Her smile faltered, her breath hitched, and her eyes darted to the maid of honor lounging across the room. Silence pooled between us, thick and dangerous. Then the maid of honor spoke, voice trembling but sure. You didn't tell him. That was all it took. Not a confession. Just confirmation. I didn't shout. I didn't demand. Instead, I watched. I listened. I pretended to forgive while quietly collecting what I needed. In the days leading up to the wedding, I moved like a ghost through my own life, tracing her steps, reading what was left behind, watching the threads of her lies unravel in my hands. Hotel receipts, messages, calls made in the middle of the night. I built a case, deliberate, patient, exact. By the time the wedding day arrived, I was calm. The chaos inside me had solidified into something colder, clarity. The morning sun streamed through the chapel windows, scattering gold across the guests' expectant faces. Music played. Perfume and champagne filled the air. She looked radiant walking toward me, the perfect image of the woman I thought I'd marry. But I knew what hid beneath the white. Just before the vows, I asked for a short pause. Something casual, a moment to fix the mic or gather my thoughts. The room waited. And then, with a quiet command, I turned on the projector that had been accidentally left connected. The screen came to life. Her laughter in a hotel room. Messages she thought were deleted. Photos. Receipts. Names. Proof. The music stopped mid-note. The officiant froze. Guests turned, eyes wide, whispers beginning to rise like a storm. She tried to speak, tried to explain, but no sound came out. Her maid of honor stood motionless, pale as a ghost. Then, softly, she said again what she had said that night in the suite. You didn't tell him. The words fell like a verdict. My fiancé's brother sat near the front, his face drained of color. There was nowhere for him to hide. No version of the story he could rewrite. I looked at him once, long enough for him to know that I knew everything. And then I turned to her. My voice was steady when I said, I just wanted the truth. The silence that followed was absolute. You could feel it, heavy and raw. I didn't wait for excuses or apologies. I walked out, past the rows of stunned faces, past the broken music and the scattered petals. Outside, the air felt sharper, cleaner. The world carried on indifferent, as if the universe had just quietly reset itself. I didn't look back. In the weeks that followed, I heard things, snippets of gossip, fractured friendships, family members choosing sides. She tried to rebuild her image, to spin her story into something softer. But the truth I'd revealed had already taken root. It spread faster than rumor ever could. Now, months later, I look back without bitterness. There's no anger left, only precision, like a scalpel that's already done its work. I loved her once with everything I had. But love without honesty is just illusion. And illusions always collapse under the weight of truth. Revenge, I learned, isn't fury or chaos. It's patience. It's control. It's the quiet satisfaction of watching deceit dismantle itself in the open. Sometimes I still think about that night. About her expression when the projector came on. About the stillness in the room before it broke. I hope she remembers it too. The pause before the vows. The word Vegas. The look in my eyes when everything fell apart. Because in that moment, she learned the difference between lies and truth. Lies fracture quietly. But truth, when delivered with precision, can destroy beautifully. And I walked away free,